HasanAbi corporate. I don't even know what that is. Tim Pool is calling for civil war again. Love that. You don't have to call it civil war. Call it a communist revolution. Fired founder of right-wing org Project Veritas is under investigation in New York. What's really funny about this like civil war narrative is that like Tim Pool says it about everything. At this point, it's like it's going to be an article about like Ian Miles Chung stubbing his toe or something in Malaysia, and Tim Pool's like, "It's a civil war." Dude, even right-wing people don't like this fucking freak. He was basically taking funds from GOP mega donors and then like funding his own fucking personal projects to do like a revamp of Oklahoma. That's part of the reason why nobody gives a shit. Only Tim Pool is just like losing his mind because he himself is also a goddamn theater kid. Speaking of theater kids, here's Tim Pool's second in command, I guess. This was a fucking hilarious video. I'm so glad that this myth-informed account, which used to be a Joe Rogan tracker that I used to follow all the time, has completely lost their fucking minds and are now fully on board with Joe Rogan's narrative about like vaccines, lockdowns, whatever the fuck Joe Rogan has to say. And they clipped this, thought it was sick. Okay, trigger warning. They clipped this, thought this was a fucking video that went hard. Let me read the caption for you. "We will not wear your dirty masks on our faces. We will not comply with your bullshit lockdowns." Now, first of all, that sounds like a fetish. Okay, what's going on there? Is there like a fetish? Like someone is just like pissing and shitting in a mask and then making you wear it? Like what the fuck is that? Like, what do you mean, my dirty mask? Now, you might think, Hasan, this video is from 2020. And you would be wrong. This video is recent. As a matter of fact, there's a resurgence in the right-wing circles. If you're not paying close attention, or if you don't have like a canary in the coal mine like I do to keep up with all of the latest mania in right-wing circuits, you're probably unfamiliar. The right is back on this mask. Apparently, they believe that lockdowns are coming again. They believe that the second lockdown is coming. They believe that there's more New World Order happening. So that's what they're running with right now. No, they aren't, lol. Yes, they are. Anyway, let's take a look.
That is the recipe to destroy your country, is to shut it down. Don't do that again. And don't make people put fucking dirty masks on.
Nice.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I will not do it again. That
like somebody was watching this, okay? These three guys from Milwaukee that oppose authoritarian ideology were watching this and went, "That goes so hard. We have to clip this and post it." It's like this guy's fucking crying so hard. So, couple things. Okay, couple things going on here. I don't even know what's happening with these lockdowns. Like, I guess like this is the new conservative commentary that like the lockdowns are coming again or something. Like they ran out of shit, so they're just running with it. I mean, there has been resurgences of new COVID strains that have kind of been ripping through a little bit. But ultimately, at this stage, I feel like there is no shot. There is no fucking shot that like Democrats are going to do lockdowns. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? I think we all forget that like the main point was, why are you sending me this? Dua Lipa shares new photos with boyfriend Romain Gavras for her birthday. It looks so cool. Why did you? I don't understand what this has to do with anything. Anyway, I believe the theory includes speculation of mail-in and absentee ballots to rig the election. Love that. Check him getting ratioed in the replies. Will not. Masks are by definition dirty. They get gross as the day goes on. No more masks. You can change them as the day goes on. They're not expensive. Will not comply. I refuse to wipe my ass. Will not comply. So a lot of people forget that the FDA, once the vaccines came out, there was a big push to vaccinate the entire worker population because the goal for all capital owners was to ensure that their cattle was properly vaccinated so they could work. They could keep churning out product. They could go and buy shit, right? That was the major reason. Now, of course, that aligned with the uniquely human condition of wanting to survive a otherwise deadly pandemic. You know what I mean? Like it definitely coincided in that way, which really broke a lot of people's brains for some reason. Like I always understood why, people were pushing for the vaccination campaigns, the mass inoculation campaigns. It was obviously the goal for capital owners were to get back to work, make sure everybody gets back to work. But for some weird reason, these guys didn't understand that was the point, or rather looked at that and thought, yeah, I'm not doing that, like a child, okay? I'm not doing that no matter what you tell me. But now that mass inoculation campaigns have occurred and people have gotten COVID and survived, a lot of people have long COVID and are still facing the consequences of that sort of thing. At this stage, unless there is like a incredibly damaging second wave that is like, this new strain that is just wiping out people, there will probably not be another lockdown. Because at this point, like, we tried it, we did it, we failed. People complained a lot about it. It actually hurt the bottom line of corporations, especially in the beginning. There's no way they're going back to that. USA had one of the highest COVID patients and death rate in the COVID. How are they still ignorant? It don't matter. But yeah, for those of you saying like this is not the new meta, I will not comply. Will you? No masks, no shots, no bugs, no groomers near our children, no mandates, no funding proxy war with billions of our tax dollars. That's just for starters, says Erin Elizabeth Health Nut News. Happening now in Los Angeles, California, parents have taken to the streets and are now headed to the LAUSD headquarters. Parents say they are done with Newsom and LA city officials undermining parental rights. This shit is like so insanely AstroTurf, dude. It's awesome. This is like every issue. Listen to the detransitioners. Parents are the trusted adults. Leave our kids alone. No more lockdowns. Like, it's a smorgasbord of like different kinds of conservative mental illness and display. And the obvious reason for why this is like popping off, the main reason why it's happening is because the major reason why this is happening is because the main goal has always been school choice, eviscerating public schools, making it so that, there is no public schooling in this country, and destroying teachers' unions and the like. It's good, though, because this is a battle that they have fought before, so they're comfortable fighting it. That's why they're doing it again. Anyway, let's take a look. She saw one video of someone complaining about getting COVID and got incredibly triggered.
I just watched a video from one of the people I follow, okay? And they're with their little C test, okay? Because they're not feeling good. They got the sniffles and they're weak and, they're just not feeling good. So we got the little test and they're telling people, oh my God, I wish I would have gotten the 15 more times. And if I would have done that, I wouldn't be feeling like shit. Guess what? I don't know what it's going to take for these people to understand we are done with this shit. We are done with this shit. Like
she's had it.
Steak, okay? We are not doing this with you people. We are not doing this. We are not doing that. We will not lock down. We will not give up our rights. We will not close our
Star Medic. I love her being an EMT.
Businesses, and we are not doing this with you people. No matter how many people that you pay money to, okay, to propagate this. Again, we're not doing this. We already know where this is going, and we're not doing it. We're not doing it. I don't know who needs to get this message out to the people that are higher up, that are trying to do this shit. We're not doing this again. It's not happening. And some booze and no, we're not doing it. It's done. It's over. You guys are kicking a dead horse. But in the meantime, you are waking a silent giant. We're not doing this again. You already burnt down a whole freaking state. And that wasn't enough. We're not doing this again. Stop it. It's over.
She's popping off, dude. Queen. I don't know where this is happening, but like in a weird way, it almost feels like they kind of want to bring this back. You know what I mean? Because I don't know where the it's happening. Like I live in the heart of California. Okay, we're talking California Oblast. Obviously, our very own gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom runs this place with an iron fist. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen this. I don't even think there's momentum towards this. You know what I mean? The people that don't get mad at me, but I do think that the people that still are pushing lockdowns and masking on the liberal side are hyper health conscious people. Oftentimes people with disabilities that are obviously less protected. I don't really, other than that, I don't think anybody out here is like genuinely going, let's do this lockdown thing again. Which, by the way, it didn't really even happen. So even when I recorded my cat doing something funny, I turned off the TV. Crazy they don't do that for these. They can't stop the steady flow of disinformation coming from the TV. They might miss out on a moment of Fox and 5. You know what I mean? In New York State, some areas, COVID is coming back very small. Local hospitals are requiring masks, and that's what it got started. I mean, that makes sense. If you're in a fucking hospital, especially when there's a COVID spike, yeah, I get why people would push that. It's a fucking hospital, dog. What do you mean? That's pretty much the only place where I still currently wear a mask.